Money on the beat, boy. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming out here today on our special day. Would everybody rise and join me for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now we're going to have Miley Labe sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now we'll have Hayden Bernhardt for the introduction. Sir.
I need a bigger stand.
Good morning. First, I'd like to congratulate my fellow members of the class of 2022. We are here today due to the hard work and perseverance we have brought to the classroom over the last 4 years. Middle and high school are talked about in many ways. Some consider them the glory days, while others see them as the most stressful, confusing times of their life. Whether you're an athlete, scholar, student, artist, gamer, or whatever your interests and talents lead you towards, life is ultimately more enjoyable when you keep a positive, grateful perspective. Andy Bernard once said, "I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them." Right now is the good old days. So no matter where you are or what you're doing, make the most of every second and opportunity that you are given, because every day is a blessing. Now I would like to invite our salutatorian, Kieran Williams, up onto stage.
Sorry, 1 second. Good morning, guests and classmates of 2022. I'm glad you could join us today on this momentous occasion. I'd like to start by thanking some people. I'd like to thank my mom, dad, and siblings for helping me through these past 4 years. Thank you to my teachers for helping me pursue my interests here at Otter Valley. And lastly, I'd like to give a specific thank you to Sophie Moore. I met Sophie for the first time around 1.5 years ago. At the time, I was acting in theater with her, and she was just an 8th grader. Over that time of acting, I got to know her better, and I am glad I did. She was a fearless young lady who wasn't afraid to be herself. Yet myself at the time, a supposedly mature 11th grader, was afraid to show who he was. Afraid that I would displease others. But I saw Sophie's attitude and decided to follow suit. And through this attitude, I was able to find who I was. And I have never been happier in my life. So I'd like again to say thank you to Sophie Moore for helping me without even trying. And one last time for you, Sophie, remember, life is a highway. Next, I would like each of you to take a moment and think of someone who has made a similar impact on your life. Everyone has that person, or maybe even will have someone like that in the future. But think about what exactly that person did for you that made such an impact. Would you be a different person to who you are today if you didn't know them? What kind of person would you be? Think about that for a moment and let the memory sink in. Then, just simply thank them. Through our 4 years together, there have been so many helping hands to help us reach this moment. Specifically, each of you seniors have helped shape who we each are. That doesn't mean you've gotten along with everyone, but each of you has impacted each other in our grades some way or another, even if that impact is seeing who you might not want to be. Nevertheless, we've all impacted each other for better or for worse, and helped each other open the door to a new opportunity, a new life. This moment in time can never be forgotten. It has truly shaped who we are. Now, class of 2022, I could say something about how I want you to make a difference in the world, or that I want you to be successful or rich or famous. But what I really want for all of you is happiness. The Dalai Lama says that the purpose of life is to be happy, and I believe there is no truer statement. Now, there will always be hard times, I know, but the best thing you can do after high school is try to do things that will make you happy. In these past 4 years, each of you have found a way to find happiness. Some are the athletes, some of you are the musicians, others have participated in theater, while some just were hanging out with friends. Some found happiness in the outdoors, while others found happiness in the typical classroom. In high school, we each found a way to be happy, but now we'll have to find some way else. However, as long as you're happy, everything else will fall in place. There's no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Follow your path and let the people talk, as said by Italian poet Dante, because nobody but yourself knows what the right path is. Everyone is different, and so everyone is happy for a different reason. So find what makes you happy and follow that. I know that all of you will make the right choice for yourselves. Congrats, class of 2022. Thank you. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the speech from the class valedictorian, Olivia DePady.
Should I come on the other side?
Hello, graduates and graduate supporters. I'd like to start out by thanking all of the people who have aided us in all of our journeys to graduate today. Firstly, thank you teachers for investing yourselves in our learning, supporting us whenever we had questions, and for assisting us in our search for knowledge. Secondly, thank you parents and guardians for supporting our graduates by helping them with homework, staying up late at night to assist them in their intellectual quests, reminding them how important learning is, standing by their sides in any hardships they faced on their path to be more knowledgeable, and for anything else you might have done to support them. Perhaps it was helping them push through tears that shed over math homework. I mean, the majority of us has been there, am I right? Or perhaps it was encouraging your graduate to finish their homework, even though they found it not interesting or unimportant. Lastly, thank you siblings, friends, and others who have supported us. Whether that be helping us with homework, teaching us a new way to learn material being taught at school, being there for us when they need emotional and/or mental support, creating happy memories that will last a lifetime, or making life enjoyable in great times and in tough times. Thank you, all of you, for everything that you have done to get each and every one of us to be here today, gaining much deserved recognition for our years of hard work. Next, congratulations is in order for our graduates. Congratulations on making it to the graduation day, and congratulations on every single one of your accomplishments this far into your lives. Congratulations on that game that you performed extremely well in. Congratulations on getting that grade that you worked exceptionally hard for. Congratulations for being accepted into your dream school. Congratulations on getting that job you wanted. Congratulations on mastering that skill that you put all of your blood, sweat, and tears into perfecting. Congratulations on every single accomplishment that makes you proud of yourself, because yes, we are here to celebrate your achievement of successfully making it through high school, but I believe we are also here to celebrate all of the achievements that you have accomplished to help you be where you are today. Finally, I would like to leave you with a couple of pieces of advice. My first piece of advice is to never stop learning. When I say never stop learning, I do not necessarily mean to go to school for the rest of your life. I mean to learn from the experiences you have, chase your passions, and learn as much as you can about them, and to learn from other people's perspectives. Everything you do in life can teach you something about yourself, the people around you, or the world around you, so take advantage of this and learn. As the incredible jazz musician B.B. King said, "The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you." So I say, rise past all the people who may try to hold you back from learning, even yourself, and learn whenever and wherever you can. My second piece of advice is to be open to new opportunities, take them when they present themselves, and make your own. You are going to have a bunch of new experiences presented to you in your life. Some of them you'll recognize as good for you and what you want for yourself, and you'll take these chances. Other choices will be new to you and may not seem like the experience for you. However, you never know if a possible experience is the best opportunity for you until you take it. As Jack Canfield said, one way to kill an opportunity is to avoid taking it. My advice to you is to take every opening that comes your way, because you can always leave one you took, but you cannot always go back and take one you missed. This includes making your own opportunities. An opportunity may not always present itself to you, so don't wait for one to slap you in the face. Forge your own way and make your own. I know this speech is getting a bit lengthy, but before I let you all go to make the future your own, I would like to give you a glimpse into my life this year and what I have learned about opportunity and the continuity of learning. Most of you have not seen me since halfway through our sophomore year, mostly due to COVID forcing us into remote learning, but also because I decided to take an opportunity that presented itself to me, and I enrolled at Castleton for early college. Even though I am dejected that I missed out on a lot of senior moments with all of you, I am content with my decision to complete my first year of college 1 year early for a few main reasons. Firstly, I was able to take courses that helped me to learn how to excel as a student and as a person. One course in particular that I hold near and dear to my heart is Jazz Ensemble. When I enrolled in this ensemble, I thought I was not going to like it. Even though I've played in jazz bands for most of my musical career, I have never quite enjoyed playing in them. However, playing in the jazz ensemble this year has taught me quite a bit about myself as a person, myself as a student, and how to express myself. I was extremely shy and quiet and not confident in my abilities whatsoever, but now I've come out of my shell. I'm still a bit shy, but I've come a long way from where I started. I'm not afraid to make noise, to make music anymore, and now I've learned how to be confident and comfortable in my abilities. I still have a long way to go and a lot to learn, but taking this course and many of the other courses that I took this year has really shown me to be the person I truly am, the person I want to be, and the person I have the potential to be. Secondly, I learned how to take responsibility for my own academics and my own choices for my future. In high school, your day is mostly planned out by someone who is not you. Your guidance counselors plan what classes you take, with a few suggestions from you. Your schedule, like when each block is and when you have lunch, is planned out for you, and your academics are almost solely planned by your teachers' ideas of what you should learn. In college, you have much more freedom, but you also have a lot more responsibility. Your school day will be a lot less structured and will be spread out throughout the day. For example, this semester, one day of the week, my school day started at 8 a.m. and did not end until 8:30 or 9 p.m., while another day, my school day started at 9 a.m. and ended at 2 p.m. Each day will be different, and making sure you complete all of your work is your responsibility. You'll need to work on your time management skills, which will take a lot of effort, trust me, I know. And more importantly, you'll need to figure out what will work best for you. Some schedules will work for other people, but won't work for you, so you will have to find a different method to succeed in college, after college, or in anything that you plan or don't plan to do after high school. Your life is your own, and you need to figure out what works best for you. Lastly, I learned to take every opportunity that comes my way, even if they do not always work out the way I want them to. I already talked about how playing in the jazz ensemble has helped me, but I did not tell you how I almost did not sign up for it. If it had not been for my French horn teacher encouraging me to take it, I would not have taken it and would not have learned as much as I did about myself and how to be a better me. I took that opportunity and it worked out for me. On the other end of the spectrum, I was ecstatic to take a philosophy course during my spring semester. I thought philosophy would be a great subject for me to learn more about at this point in my life. Philosophy is so interesting and has such a grip on society, even if we don't realize it, that I thought it would be extremely beneficial for me to take now. However, after taking the class for a little bit, I realized that this opportunity was not one that would work out for me at this point in my life. So, I switched classes and ended up taking and excelling in a piano course instead. This is not to say that I will not dabble in philosophy later in my life, but taking this philosophy class at this point in my life was not the right choice for me. No matter what you choose to do after high school, whether that be going to college, traveling, getting a job, or anything else, every new experience you have and every choice you make will teach you something about yourself and the world around you, if you care enough to pay attention. Not all of these choices are going to work out exactly how you want them to, but let them teach you something new in the process. It might just help you with an opportunity waiting for you in your future. Once again, congratulations, graduates. Seize the day and make your future your own. I'd like to introduce our president, Marissa Connors.
All right, where's my page? All right. Now for the presentation of the class of 2022 high school diplomas. Mason Alford. Cody Anderson. Dylan Anderson. Benjamin Atherton.
There we go.
Adriana Bion. Hayden Bernhardt. Joseph Bertrand. Colin Blyer. Ethan Blow. Colette Boynton. Jared Bertowski. Tanner Bertowski. Roan Bunker. Raluca Birch. Virgil Chapin. Caleb Chisholmore. Madison Colburn. Austin Cormany. Michael Dame. Patricia Danielle. Dominic Davis. Olivia DePady. Isaac Daraponchini. Nathan Desabray. Brady Diaz. Jamie Doobie Bordeaux. Reed Dutton. Aaliyah Fairbrother. Jade Flanders. Drew Gallipo. Madison Gilmore. Ashley Hewitt. Peter Hobbs. Emily Hutchins. Brittany Jackson. Cooper Johnson. Alice Keith. Olivia Keith. Riley Keith. Anna Kerr. Lauren Konarski. Austin Ladd. Josephine Larock. Maggie Loisel. Brielle Mackey. Samuel Martin. Keegan McCullough. Toby Mills. Matthew Mosley. Daniel O'Brien. Shannon O'Brien. Kevin Odell. Shannon Alvin Blackwood.
Congratulations, Shannon. Congratulations.
Nicholas Parker. Fraser Pierpont. Jeremiah Pop. Nicole Racine. Joanna Ray. Anthony Rivera.
Thank you.
Tyler Shanahan. Dylan Stevens Clark. Tyson Stickney.
Thank you.
Michaela Sunhawk. Evan Thomas. Gunnar Tinsman. Elijah Tucker Bryant. Kieran Williams.
Marissa Connors. This is where we do it, right?
Yeah, the top.
You pass it. Right,
Yeah.
pass it. Right to left.
Yes, right to left. You have the right to
Here we go,
graduate.
right to left, right now. Go. There we go. There we go. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
I would now like to introduce my very good friend and my class of 2022 treasurer, Alice Keith.
Before I begin this farewell, I would like to take a moment to say thank you and goodbye to Superintendent Collins and Principal James Avery. Thank you both for everything you have done for our school. You have made a lasting impact and we will forever be grateful. We wish you all happiness in the years to come. Thank you all for joining us today in celebrating the class of 2022. As the ceremony comes to an end, I would again like to thank all of you who have played a significant role in our success. Thank you to the teachers, parents, families, and friends who have guided and supported our class through the roller coaster of emotions that came as a package deal with our high school careers. That was a full-time job on its own, and for that, we thank you. Now, for the class of 2022, congratulations. 13 years of education successfully completed. Freshman year feels like it was just yesterday, said every parent ever. But it's true, time does fly, and as you all go off and start your next chapters, try to slow down and enjoy every moment the future throws at you. As we go our separate ways, I hope you will all look back on the fun memories, experiences, and friendships high school has given us. Some say high school is some of the best years of your life. Well, we'll see about that, but I can proudly say we have all come so far individually and as a class. Every one of you should be proud of all you have accomplished. As you embark upon the greatness your future holds, I ask that you all strive to be the best versions of yourself, work hard, do what makes you happy, and always be on time. With that being said, the class of 2022 is signing off. As Mac Miller said, oh yeah, we just graduated high school. Congratulations everyone, we did it.